Hey, Jennifer, guess what's out?
I don't know what. Us?
No, not us. Bring us back. The newsletter's out.
Well, then we need to discuss the newsletter.
Let's talk about it.
All right. Hi everybody, and welcome back to Happenings Now. As you've just heard, the new edition of the South Centers Connections is out, and my host Bradford Sherman here, who is also the editor of the newsletter, is here to discuss it.
Right, and I am visible now, thankfully. So yeah, we had a little bit of fun there. And speaking of which, I just want to say that this newsletter edition is so good that it has left me speechless. Now it is coming back a little bit, but I've been fighting laryngitis. But hopefully we'll be able to get through this.
Get through this.
And yes, thank you so much for that intro, and it's such a pleasure to be on the show with you, as I tend to come on every quarter or so, and we get to talk about the Connections newsletter, which, as you mentioned, I like that term editor. I like you kind of call me that. It's not my official title, but I'm the guy who
You're the person who puts it together.
Edits
I
beg
the articles.
people. Yeah, they bring me give me the articles and the pictures. Yes. So, and I edit it, and I guess that does kind of make me an editor. So.
It does.
But anyway, it just came out last week, so it's still fairly fresh. So just love to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about it on today's show. And as we can see, Sarah has put that up for us so everybody can see. And every time we do one of these editions, Jennifer, and this is the summer edition, I like to try to feature a different program area on our cover, rotate that around a little bit, and as you can see, we're featuring the Endeavor Center here on this edition. And this is kind of your forte, Jennifer. You work here in the Endeavor Center. I can't think of anyone who knows it better than you, but I'll just give you the gist, and then you can talk a little bit about the Endeavor Center. The article talks about all the services that are offered to potential businesses, how we can help you to either grow your business or start your business. Anything you want to add about this wonderful Endeavor Center that we have here at South Centers?
Well, the Endeavor Center here at the South Centers is our small business incubator. And what we do in the incubator is we help to build small businesses. If you have a business idea, but you need help financially with office space, a bona fide location, a physical address, high-speed copiers, fax machines, internet connections, anything that would cost a person money, that when you're starting a business from the ground floor and resources are really, really tight, we are here to help you. To get into our incubator, you will have to go in front of our council. They will help you to make sure that your business is going to succeed and you're not going to waste your time, because it's the last thing we want to do is get somebody in here that in 3 or 4 years they're not going to succeed and they're not going to be able to make the rent payment, or they're never going to leave us.
Right, and like you're saying, we have trained business counselors who will work with you to make a business plan to make sure that that everything is going to work.
They are, and they're actually here. If you have a business up and going, a storefront, and you need some new ideas or you need a little bit of help, we do also have the Centers for Small Business Development here at the South Centers too, which is our business counselors, and they will come out and they will help you.
Right, and actually speaking of the small business development team, if we can bring the newsletter back up, actually on the second page, we talk about that a little bit, and it's summertime, which means for our counselors, it's SOA CDF season. I know
yes, it is.
That's always a busy time. A lot of folks like to take advantage of that, Jennifer. They like to meet with our counselors and apply for these grants for different kind of projects. Can you shed any kind of light on what this means for people?
SOA CDF actually stands for Southern Ohio Agricultural Community Development Fund. Okay. So if you are a farmer and you are looking for assistance for your farm, the grant is the place to to stop. We are grant season and application season started July 1st and it's through August 31st. So if you can give me a call. I know there's been several meetings throughout the area in the counties where the application process and the grant helps Southern Ohio farmers. My contact information is actually attached in that packet, but you can reach me at area code 740-289-1605, and I will put you in touch with one of the business counselors that are in your area, and they will help you write your business plan for your grant application, help you get all the information that you need to gather. And what you will need in that application, let me pull it back up here, is your signature on your application, your business plan, your income and expense worksheet for your farm, the quotes for all the items that you are wanting to purchase with your grant, proof of funding for your total project, and your farm service number. And as I said, one of our business counselors will help you get all that stuff together, put your packet together, and submit it. All the applications have to be submitted by August 31st, though. It's a very hard deadline, and there's no wiggle room in that deadline.
It's hard to believe that on the day we're recording this anyway, it's August 1st already. It seems like July just flew by. So anyway, thank you for that, Jennifer. As we move back into the newsletter, we stick with the business theme up here in the front of the newsletter. We have a couple articles here on our Manufacturing Extension Partnership as well as our Export Assistance Network. And well, I'll tell you what, that MEP program is something that's really been growing here at South Centers. We've been expanding that recently. We recently appointed someone to be the manager of that program, the director, whatever term we decided to use with that. We're adding another growth advisor. We just hired a program assistant. So MEP is really on a roll here. And one of the things this article talks about is cybersecurity. And of course, I'm a geek, so I'm all into this stuff. But there's a lot of people who aren't, and I mean, I would say most of us don't know that much about cybersecurity, but that's where MEP can come in and make that not so daunting of a task, trying to make sure that your business, especially if you have an online presence, make sure that you're safe and that your customers are safe.
Yes, and MEP, actually, I don't know if you said this or not, but it stands for Manufacturing Extension Partnership. So if you're a manufacturer in the region that's established and growing or established and needs help, MEP is the place to be.
Right. And on the bottom half of that page, you'll see an article about our Export Assistance Program. Sorry, my voice is going in and out. But Kelly O'Brien is the one who heads that up, and this article talks a little bit about the internship program that they have that's been successful. I believe she had someone who was placed as an intern, and that worked out well. And this kind of just brings awareness to the fact that they have this, and if your business would ever be interested in maybe partnering and doing some kind of an internship, there's some contact information on there to get a hold of Kelly, and she can go over that with you. Moving along on our co-ops team, which the Center for Cooperatives, kind of another branch of the business team there, they've been doing some retooling on their staff, and we have a couple of familiar faces now filling new roles, and this story is just kind of an overview of that with some bios. Joy Bauman, who's been here at South Centers for a long time, is now the new program specialist, I believe is the right title, and she transitioned into that role from being the former program coordinator. And then Carissa Gardner has moved into Joy's old role and is now the new program coordinator there with the Center of Co-ops. So I know those ladies are busy doing some exciting things right now that you're going to be hearing a whole lot more about. If you check out our website, check out their website, and of course coming up in our newsletters we'll be having some exciting things that they're working on.
I believe they have a food entrepreneur.
Yes, foodpreneur, yes.
A school. I know I don't have a flyer here in front of me, but that's coming up really soon.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last time.
We did, and it's sponsored with the Farm Bureau?
The Farm Bureau is a partner with that, and it's one of those in which they have a limited space and they're accepting applications, and it's only for people who are kind of established, wanting to take that next step.
The next step, yes.
But check out their website. There's lots of information about that on there. So, moving moving along, our direct marketing program, which is headed up by Christy Welch. Christy is a familiar face to anybody who browses our YouTube channel. She has a wonderful show on here in which she talks about farmers markets and that type of thing, agritourism, lots of different topics such as that. And this is all talking about sustainability in this article. And in fact, there's an event coming up in which they're going to bring in some partners from New York. One of them is Grow New York, and the other is the Ohio Farmers Market Network and the Cornell Cooperative Extension. And they're going to come here and they are going to put on this program about sustainability, a good training opportunity for people. So. And then moving here to the next article, this was a fun one for me. Now, of course, we all know Dr. Gary Gow, and he recently was promoted to professor, but I kind of had some fun with this because I was like, well, now that you've accomplished becoming professor, which is kind of the pinnacle for a lot of people when it comes to the world of academia, what do you, after you accomplish that, what's next? And I'm like, well, obviously you become a YouTuber, which is kind of what Gary is working on. But seriously, he is trying to expand his programming through the use of this immensely popular self-publishing video platform. And he's been very busy, as our own Sarah can attest to. She's been working on his videos, and so has Dwayne. So he's been uploading a lot of content lately, just trying to use this to educate people about just general backyard gardening type things.
So if you're a hobby gardener, YouTube is the place to go. And I believe you just would search Dr. Gary Gow.
Yeah, I would say that would bring it up, or just go to our South Centers YouTube channel, and there should be a wealth of videos there that you can browse down and look through. And I'm sure Gary would appreciate the like and the subscribe and the views.
So I'm sure blueberry questions,
blueberries,
strawberries, grapes.
Well, Gary, grapes and blueberry for sure, and he also does some work with hardy figs, hardy kiwis, things like that. So just quickly going through here, I know we don't have much time. In fact, I think we're out of time.
Are we out of time?
We are out of time.
Well,
I'll tell you what, though, but let me just tell you, there's lots of great content remaining in the newsletter.
Yes, there is.
And we would encourage you to go to our website, southcenters.osu.edu, and go to the About Us tab, and there's a link to the newsletter where you can download it, view it, and see it for yourself.
Read the rest of it. Right. We're only halfway through.
That's right.
Until next time, I'm Jennifer, and this is Bradford, and we'll see you on Happenings Now.
See you.